Bitcoin has been falling down below this support and is right now retesting this previous support as resistance. This is going to be a crucial moment to watch for Bitcoin, while at the same time we are getting many signals that actually this is going to be a huge Bitcoin bear trap. So we need to be talking about that exactly. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 150 likes? That will be absolutely amazing, and as always, let's start off with the short term. And in that short term, yesterday we have been talking about the fact that we are forming this symmetrical triangle and also at the same time this bullish divergence, and that it was very likely to see a little bit of a relief to be retesting this previous support right now as resistance, which we are exactly doing right now. And it is going to be crucial to watch if we can be breaking back above this resistance or if we are going to be finding ourselves a rejection. Now in that short term, we are right now forming a rising wedge as well, which is a typical bearish biased pattern. So this is definitely not looking all too good for that short term. And that is why potentially it is actually going to be more likely to see a little bit of a rejection from off this level. Now, that could be very bad for the Bitcoin price, but still, I do think that it is actually going to be more likely that this is going to be a massive trap and that we will be trading above these levels of support anytime soon. And that is also actually the reason why I am still in my Bitcoin trade. Actually, I got stopped out for a little while, but I've reopened my position because, well, I do think that this is going to be a huge trap, and I'm going to be explaining exactly why in this video. However, let's first of all talk about the bad scenario that could as well be playing out, because in the short term we are developing this rising wedge, which is a typical bearish biased pattern, and if we are going to be breaking this one towards the downside, it is going to be very important to see if we are going to be holding above this level of support, because if we're also going to be falling down below this level of support, well, in that case, most definitely we are probably going to be coming back all the way towards that 52.6k level at the very least. Okay, then it's definitely going to be looking very bad, because then we have just retested previous support right now, indeed flipping in towards resistance, and that is at all not going to be looking very good. Now, just like I've been talking about, I do not think that this is going to be the most likely scenario, because we have already seen that a minus 20% correction, which has been that average correction for this cycle. We have seen one correction before of minus 24%, and after that minus 24% correction, we have just been recovering towards the upside. And right now, once again, we are seeing this minus 23% correction, which is just looking very similar, like every single correction over here, and literally everyone is panicking during this correction. Nobody is really paying attention. Nobody is really buying up the dip. The emotions are once again exactly the same, just like every single dip over here. At the same time, we are forming this bullish consolidation with the Bitcoin funding rate still flipping extremely negative, literally extremely negative, and we have not seen this before. Now, I do think that this is happening because we have been trading very positive for a very long while. The Bitcoin funding rates have been extremely positive for such a long time now. In the previous bull market, this has not happened. We never really had our Bitcoin funding rates trading this positive for such a long time. We have always had some kind of a rejection and some kind of a funding rates reset. This cycle we have not really had that yet, so right now the dip is just going to be even bigger, with the Bitcoin funding rates literally spiking so much in the negative. Now, I am not seeing this as a bad thing. I think this is actually a very good thing. This is just going to be indicating that the majority of the Bitcoin traders are actually panicking right now. They are opening up Bitcoin short positions, and you are getting paid in order to open a long position right now, which is definitely looking very good. Now, having a look into what's that majority of the liquidity, most definitely it's sitting at the top side, and we do know that Bitcoin tends to go towards a place where the majority of the liquidity is sitting at. Now, the most important things right now is that Bitcoin history is just exactly repeating. We are just exactly repeating our 2021 January price action. We have been forming this base over here, just like we have did over here. Then we got this liquidity grab towards the downside, set a little bit of a double bottom. So right now we could once again be setting a little bit of a double bottom. with as well this rising wedge formation that we are forming, and then we actually blast it off towards the upside. Right now the same exact thing is actually happening. We are also grabbing our liquidity right now, falling down below our base, right now potentially setting this double bottom, and then we could be blasting off towards the upside. Now also, history is repeating with our spot ETF. We've just gotten our Hong Kong spot ETF getting launched, and we got a little bit of a hype right over here. Then we got a huge sell-off, which we have also exactly gotten with our US ETF. Now after this huge sell-off over here, we have formed a bottom, then got a little bit of a bounce, consolidation, and then a huge move towards the upside. Right now we are exactly doing the same exact thing, but just in a shorter time frame. We are also forming a little bit of a bottom over here, then get a little bit of a bounce, some consolidation, and then potentially we could be creating our next move towards the upside. It is just looking very similar, guys, and at the same time, majority of the Bitcoin traders and holders are right now definitely flipping fearful. On the fear and greed index, we can actually be seeing that majority is flipping fearful, and we are hitting these levels of 43 on the fear and greed index. And we do know the saying, be greedy when others are fearful, and that is exactly happening right now. Now, usually whenever we are dipping in these fearful moments in a Bitcoin bull market, this is actually going to be a time to be accumulating, just like you could be seeing over here. And this event actually also exactly happened at around that Bitcoin halving. Now, right after that moment, right over here, we actually dipped in towards these fear stages, and after that, we actually blasted off towards the upside. Right here, once again, we are actually in a very similar stage, like we could be seeing over here, getting very greedy at these stages over here, then getting a massive dip, which exactly was at this point where we've been talking about previously in this video. Now, then dipping in towards that fear zone, and that indicated that bottom, and we blasted off once again towards the upside. So yes, anyways, the traders and the Bitcoin holders are right now flipping fearful, which we can once again also exactly been seeing in what Blackrock is doing right now. And yes, to be honest, it's the customers that are selling right now, but it's very interesting that Blackrock has been selling off their Bitcoins right here, while literally they've been mass buying the Bitcoin top. So that is why I've been saying that exactly. Do the opposite of what Blackrock is doing right now, because literally they've been buying the top and right now are selling the bottom. They are literally selling during this dip. So yes, a very good indication once again that this is a dip you want to be buying at this current moment. Now, at the same time, also creating this hidden bullish divergence on that 4-day time frame. Now, this one is not confirmed yet, and it is also a hidden bullish divergence. Definitely not as strong as a regular bullish divergence, but it is going to be indicating that some momentum towards the upside might be coming in anytime soon. So yeah, because of all of these reasons, well, I'm just going to be buying at this current level. Many people are right now talking about the 50k level, the 52k level, and some even the 48k level getting reached. But to be honest, I just do not think that that is going to be very likely unless we are going to be falling down below this level of support. At that moment, I might be looking in towards the opportunity and the scenario of actually us coming back towards that 52k level. But until we are going to be falling down below this level, I'm not really going to be looking in towards this scenario. So that is why I'm saying do not get fooled over here. I actually rather do think that we are going to be seeing a bounce from off this level and that this was just a huge liquidity grab. That is also going to be the reason why I'm still in my Bitcoin long position. And guys, if you are also going to be getting interested in buying the dip, make sure to check out that first link down below, because you can right now be claiming this $2,000 trade. On top of that, you can be claiming a $40,000 deposit bonus. So make sure to check out that first link down below. Now, if Bybit is not going to be available in your country, make sure to check out these other links down below. And this is literally going to be free money and free capital, which we can be deploying in towards the market right now during this dip. So it is literally going to be a no-brainer. Now, anyways, what you do need to still keep in mind is that we are still trading inside of a bull market. We are still in this parabolic bull market towards the upside. And I just think that this is going to be a little bit of a setback and a very healthy correction before eventually still moving on towards the upside. I do not think that you should be getting fooled over here. We are still holding massive levels of support. And if we are going to be having a look in towards the total altcoin market cap chart, well, it is just looking very healthy, retesting this level of support right now once again as support, looking very good. And we have been buying some more altcoins in the recent few days, and they are all massively up right now. We have been buying more Jupiter, more Beam, more Ondo, and we have also been buying more Render, and they are all massively up right now in the current recent few days. I think that still the opportunity with altcoins are going to be great. I think that we are going to be initiating our next leg up anytime soon, and right now is not going to be the time to be getting fooled. Right now is going to be the time to be paying attention in towards your altcoins. So anyways, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I will see you in another update video tomorrow morning.